Okay, so for Taurus, Taurus rising, Jupiter in Aries is in your 12th house. There's going to be lots of activity going on behind the scenes, in your unconscious, in your dreams. So it should be very much like a spiritual awakening until May the 16th. And then May the 16th, Taurus, it's your time for the rest of the year because Jupiter is in your sign. So your first house of self, of identity, of independence, very strong because Jupiter is like the wheel of fortune in the tarot. It's good luck. So you can afford to take some risks. You know, it should be good for you for making money, again, starting anything new, feeling confident. That's Jupiter, right? Saturn and Pisces in their 11th house of wishes, hopes, and dreams. That's traditionally what the 11th house, which is Aquarian-like, is all about. So make your wishes. Networking is good. Collaborating is good from March the 7th. Uranus is also in Taurus. So even though Tauruses hate change, they're what's called a fixed earth sign. You know, I call Uranus and Taurus the cosmic cattle prod. So change is the name of the game. So yourself, your identity, being independent, very important.
You know, I see that absolutely. I see the Taurus having enough of it. Okay. I see the Taurus saying, you know what? I've been putting up with this. I've been doing it this way. I've done it everybody else's way. I've done my best to be good at this and that and this and that. And I don't think I'm getting the pats on the back. I'm going to make some changes and you're all going to have to just put up with me. Right. That's where this is going. And I think that for the first time in a long time, Taurus is going to fall in love with themselves. They're going to start looking at this themselves and realizing that they have been settling far, far lower than they ever should have thought of. And unfortunately, that's going to require some people of close contact, like family, to shape up or ship out.
That's good because, you know, Taurus is kind of careful. They don't like to do things unless they know that it's a sure thing. So they're willing to take risks. And I think that's a good thing for them this year. Going out of their comfort zone, right? It's all about comfort for Taurus, right?
Yeah, and I think that's why there's going to be some changes. And they're, you know, they might even consider new environments.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely change it up. I mean, Uranus is all about, like, it's your midlife crisis. It's like get a makeover. It's like you want to look in the mirror. You know, Tauruses love to look beautiful. They love beautiful things. They have great values. They're very sensuous. So really change that up. You know, the best thing to do is change is like look at yourself in the mirror and see a new person. You know, so I think that would be good for Taurus to do that. Neptune is in Pisces in their 11th house. So again, working with colleagues. Pluto and Aquarius at the beginning of their 10th house. So over the next 20 years, Taurus, you're going to have Pluto radically changing your fame, your fortune, your career, your reputation in the world. So you might want to think about how you want to stand up and how you want to be known in the world. That's really important.
Would you say that COVID has really dampened the spirit of the Taurus? At least I'm seeing that. Would you say that's true?
Well, yeah, because they like security and nothing is secure anymore. You know,
yeah,
for sure. I'd say that.
Yeah. So the other thing that I was seeing here is that some of them really need to look at their part in having an unhealthy or unhappy home.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because what's happened over COVID and all of this stuff that happened to us all may have changed the Taurus in ways even the Taurus doesn't like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
so
true.
That, you know, they need to take some responsibility. I'm not saying that they deserve some of the stuff they've got, believe me, but taking some responsibility is going to be their job this year.
Right. Well, I think learning to work with groups of people, I think that's a good thing for them, and being more compassionate, you know, that's important too. That's Saturn and Pisces is about compassion, right? Venus is going to be retrograde in Leo in their 4th house, which is all about home and family and children and roots. So there might be good for you to renovate your home or to make a big move, or it can be very fertile as well. If you want to increase your family, reconnecting with family, you know what I mean? Venus retrograde is like really opening your heart, but there could be a lot of family drama. It's Leo, right? So stirring up the pot of those old family dramas, but finding a resolution to them as well.
Right.
Because every difference.
I still see our Taurus being brave enough to let go of what's not healthy for them. So that's one of the things I see, and it may put a few Tauruses on the single side.
Yeah, Venus retrograde Leo would, you know, I think that's true. So that's going to make it a little harder maybe for them, but If they see the big picture, now that's what Aquarius is all about. Looking at the big picture, you can see how even though it may not be comfortable, it may not be what you want, it's ultimately for your greatest growth. And I think
I agree.
what's happening.
This year, whatever you put out, I think will come back. So if you put a lot of energy into your business, into your creativity, into your own personal self, you're going to get noticed. People are going to notice you, and you're going to get what you want, which is money and appreciation. So yeah, put your energy out there as far as money goes or business. Invest in yourself. That's the best advice I can say. If you're looking at your business and your creativity and how you want to make money long term, this is it. Invest in yourself.
Well, also Jupiter in Taurus, because Taurus rules the bull market, should be good for the economy. The economy is not predicted to be so good, but I would say that once we hit May 16th, it should be better. Food, resources, money, blue chip things, a little bit more stability there. A lot more stability, because people are going to go, we can't deal with so much change. We can't deal with all this. We want something that we can hold on to. Investing in those kinds of solid things, or food, real tangible goods, tools, resources that you use, those are going to be the most valuable things. Yeah. So there can be a move away from all the social media as well, because people want that sense of reality, community. Do you know what I mean? And against Aquarian kind of all that.
I could see that by what I'm seeing here, getting them really wanting to get back to nature and simple things. Yeah, no, that absolutely makes sense to me when I look at the way I saw the cards here for them. They've had it. That's what I mean by they're at their breaking point. They're like, no more. No. I'm not following suit anymore.
People can only be pushed so far for change, and then they're naturally gonna resist. They're gonna dig in their heels. That's what Taurus is famous for, that kind of stubbornness, right? All the fixed signs, Leo, Scorpio. Aquarius is also a fixed sign. Nope, we're not going to budge. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's going to be a general mood as well, right? Everybody has Taurus somewhere in their chart, even if you don't have any planets in Taurus. So that's what you'd want to look at if you know your astrology chart.
Those people who are creating business, that's good and that's awesome. But for those people that want to take that energy and put it to children and working on or the child within, either one of those things would be good things to do as well for this year 23. Because it's really about looking at your child within. What are your needs? And that's what we've been talking about. You're about to get your needs met, but not just your adult needs. I'm talking about the needs of your inner child, and or if you need to have a child in your life. So these things will be looked at for 2023, and those, I can't wait to see next year how many of you had babies.
For women trying to get pregnant, and I say, well, it's always Jupiter. Jupiter's the best one, it expands everything, right?
For sure.
And also Saturn and Pisces also has to do with a lot with charity. So a lot of people are going to be either adopting children or foster children, or we used to send money to, through one of these charities to support a child, a girl. So I think a lot of people are going to be doing that, just being more charitable and charitable to themselves, right? That's another thing. I think we're always too hard on ourselves. And people are learning. Taurus is all about self-esteem.
You want to find out where your Jupiter is, and then maybe we could figure out when's the best time to try. There's that too, right?
Yeah, I want to mention also there's eclipses. So speaking of Taurus, there's going to be 4 eclipses this year. There's one May the 5th, the lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipses represent everything internal. At 14 degrees of Scorpio. Now, Scorpio rules the reproductive organs. So you got to remember, whenever sign we're talking about, Taurus, for example, its opposite or shadow side is Scorpio. So what affects Taurus affects Scorpio. What affects Scorpio affects Taurus. Vice versa. It's always that way. So that might be a good time to try to get pregnant. That would be an optimal time, May the 5th, just before Jupiter enters Taurus. But if you're looking to create or fertility is like a metaphor as well. Whatever it is you want to create in your life, not just a baby, not just a child, any idea that you want to cook in your cauldron there, you would use a lunar eclipse, for example, to do that. And Scorpio rules money, finance. So if you want to do some abundance rituals, you would do them on those lunar eclipses or around the lunar eclipses. But traditionally, eclipses are just for praying. You don't set intentions on any solar or lunar eclipses, but you would use it for yourself more, your internal growth.
And for magical things like money. babies.
Yeah, but you don't do it right on the eclipse. This is the thing.